Okay, here we get a look at an example of finding area in the metric system. Now, notice that when we find area in the U.S. system, we typically use units like square inches, that, or square feet, or square yards. But we also use a measurement called acres. That all these measure area. In the metric system, notice that down here, you notice that they're all square units here, except for this, HA and just A. They use A for airs, which is kind of how we use the word acres. And then hectares. And this hectares is a common unit of measurement in most of the world for the area. If you look up, for example, if you look up the area of Russia, it will primarily be given as the number of hectares. So this is how to find area in hectares, and the side length is 190 meters. So notice if it's a square piece of land, then it will have all four sides will be 190 meters. But of course, to find the area, all we need is two sides, because the area, of course, is the length times the width, which in the case of a square are identical. So sometimes we say if it's a square, we use the formula s squared. But anyway, so our area here is just 190 meters by 190 meters. And so when we square that, our units will be in square meters, right? So 190 squared is 36,100. And that should be square meters. Now that is the area. That's a two-dimensional measurement. That square, that exponent of 2 indicates that. But then hectares. Now notice it tells us a relationship down here. Let's switch colors here. Notice this relationship. It says 1 air, that's 1A. 1 air is equivalent to 100 square meters. So that gives us two conversion factors or unit ratios that we could use to convert that 36,100 square meters to airs, and then we can convert airs to hectares. So we're going to go from square meters. And we've already got square meters. You can think of that as in the numerator. So we want square meters here, and then that'll tell us how many airs. We can use this conversion factor. 1 air is 100 square meters. And then, so they want hectares. So notice it tells us here that 1 hectare is equal to 100 airs. So since we have airs in the numerator here, we'll need to put 100 airs down there, and that will be 1 hectare. And so you can see that all this reducing will take place. The square meters will reduce, airs will reduce, and our only unit will be hectares. And so we're going to get, of course, 3,600 times 1 times 1 is 36,100, that is, hectares, divided by 1 times 100 times 100, and of course that's 10,000. And when you divide by 10,000, essentially you're moving the decimal point 4 places. Right there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So you're going to move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left, which will give us 3.61 hectares. I hope this video is helpful.